So the very welcome return of the Hitman franchise has me really excited, and after years of waiting I can once again say let's have a look at the Hitman beta 21x9. So before going into my thoughts on the actual game, let's cover the ultra-wide support first. The game natively supports an ultra-wide view with relatively little issue. So the gameplay correctly scales to show off more of the world on the sides of the screen, a very helpful addition when trying to sneak around and keep an eye on the entire room to check for enemy movement. The HUD shifts to the sides of the screen, keeping nicely out of your direct vision, and the menus all fill the 21x9 space. However, on the menus, the background image of the world is actually stretched in order to fill the screen. But honestly, I'm so glad that this is the case, as a 16x9 image with black bars is far the worst alternative. And you honestly were unlikely to even notice the stretch if I hadn't just ruined that for you, as I didn't see it until I came back after playing and just examined the footage to check for issues at 21x9, and then I noticed it. Now, another point to note on the menus, they are affected by a resolution. So the higher the resolution, the smaller they are. So at 1440p, they are much nicer to look at than at 1080p, like in this recording. And whilst the majority of the menus are exactly the same as their 16x9 counterparts, the moments where you're sliding to the left and to the right of the icons, these actually can be seen in the 21x9 extra view. So it's not like it just clips in straight to the 16x9 section and there's just nothing in the 21x9 extra areas. Now, during gameplay, you have the ability to use your special vision to see enemies and points of interest in the world outlined helpfully. However, at 21x9, this area that you can see outlines in is limited to a stretched 16x9 section. It's hard to explain, but basically the 21x9 area of the screen doesn't show off more of these outlines. You should get a better understanding of what I mean in the gameplay behind, but yeah, it's weird, it's a bit annoying, and something I hope they do fix. The item selection screen is unfortunately all stretched, with all HUD elements stretched horizontally on the red background. Now, hopefully this can be fixed, as the rest of the game's HUD doesn't stretch, so it is a bit odd that just this bit is broken. The short cutscenes are 21x9 with black bars all around. It's so stupid. And the other main cutscenes fill the screen, but the quality is horrendous, and it struggles to hold a steady 60 FPS. But this, it does seem to be linked to your graphics settings, and the higher you go, obviously, the better it's going to look. But it didn't look good for me. But the weird thing with these second set of cutscenes is that they're 21x9, and so at 16x9 they're black barred on the top and bottom, but they do fill the 21x9 screen, which is lovely. But the question is then why do the other set of cutscenes not do this, because they're 21x9 as well? I don't know. But maybe again, on the final release they can make it fill the screen, but something tells me they're not going to do that. Anyway, performance-wise, it is a pretty badly optimized game, especially around crowded areas. I played at high settings at 1080p and medium settings at 1440p, but at 1440 I would dip into the 40s in really crowded moments, like on the boat, so it's just not really good. It's only just about playable on a G-Sync monitor, but certainly not for recording, it's not any good. And this is on a GTX 980 Ti, so yeah, it's not good, but again, it's the beta, so hopefully with the final release it's going to get better. And I'm not going to dig at the beta for this, because it's something you just got to expect. Further issues with the beta include audio issues with lack of syncing with animations, or failure for characters to interact, like grabbing too far in front of a person and reaching through them, or behind them, and animations still occurring, and yeah, just some weird stuff. And I had a lot of people popping in and out as I'm moving around the maps, which is, again, very annoying, very off-putting. But again, as I say, it's all things that could be rectified before the final release, so it's nothing that I'm too worried about now. I've had a really good blast with the beta, and I played a lot of both Blood Money and Absolution, and I've loved both. And this is a clear mix of the two, however I would like there to be less hand-holding. Maybe this will be decreased in later levels, but in this it was too easy to follow hints and look in the menus at the achievements to see what you could do to win. And this was always a part of Hitman, to find the ways to complete the level on your own. But yeah, other than that, the graphics are lovely, and besides some graphics glitches that you can expect in a beta, it played very well, and I have really high hopes for the final release. Some of the ideas like the Paris map, which I've seen gameplay of, it just looks like a really great sandboxy kind of game that we can spend a lot of time with. On a side note, I know a lot of people have been worrying about the sequential release of the levels for this game, but I'm personally not worried as, well, for me, I don't play any of these Hitman games in one go. I loved Absolution, a massive amount, but it took me months to complete as I took my time. Hitman is a game that requires serious time, and you need to be in the mood to take your time and so understand each level and find the most satisfying way to complete it. So yeah, I'm just not fussed, as my time with the game will probably match the release of the other levels. But again, don't worry, I totally understand the argument that it should all be on the initial, well, metaphorical release disc. Anyway, I hope that gives you some information on how the beta runs at 21:9, and hope that instills some hope for the full release. Give this video a like if you found it helpful, and subscribe for future info. For any other games at 21:9, head over to my channel. Hopefully I've covered it. If I haven't, then leave a comment down below and I'll try and cover it. See you later.
Scratch it now. God, this thing's a monster. All those intricate systems. I need re-education bad. That's probably just one of the cylinders. Send the guy out. No time. Mr. Ritter wants to depart tonight. Oh my God.
Broken too. I swear to God, Calista.
Back already?
Technology hates
Buddy,
It's
making
a
us look
sign,
bad.
Calvin.
Chew your food,
You're
why
the
don't
finest beef the world has ever seen, but things are changing. The next generation will be breaking into computers, not museums and bank vaults. This is the universe's way of...
Yeah, must have been rats or something.
Your target is down. Now head towards an exit.